Okay, well, we're ready for lesson number 10 in this module we're in. We started with perimeter and area, and we're moving on to multiplication. Today's lesson is just about like yesterday's lesson. There's not much difference. The only difference is yesterday, our biggest number we would have looked at would have been a number that would have been hundreds in the biggest place. Today, we're going to get some multiplication problems that are over into the thousands place. And that's really the only difference in today's lesson and yesterday's lesson. Other than today's lesson is just a bit shorter too, number of problems anyway, so I know you're happy about that. But remember, like I said yesterday, the more we practice, the better we get. So let's work through this problem set together, and then I want you to go work it out on your homework. Now, it would be great while you're watching me do these today if you would have a sheet of paper ready and try to work them along with me. Okay? So you had a bunch of problems yesterday with me showing you how to do them. Today, I want you to do them with me as we go through this lesson on your own notebook paper. And then we'll compare answers, and we'll see if you got what I got. And if you didn't, then maybe you can look at my problem and see where you did it wrong and fix it so you won't do it wrong the next time. Okay, so let's get started. Get your paper and pencil out. And I must be allergic to math. I sneeze every day during math. Get your pencil and paper out, and let's write down this first problem, which is 42 times 3. So we'll start off easy and get a little harder each problem. So just like yesterday, we're going to multiply. We start with the number on the bottom times the ones place. 3 times 2 is 6. And then 3 times 4 is 12. So our answer is 126. Did you get that? All right. Let's do 42 times 6. I'll give you a second to work it out. Get ahead of me. Go ahead and start 42 times 6. We'll see if we get the same answer. Okay, I'm going to work mine out, and we'll see if we get the same answer. Don't look at mine. If you're done, you can look at mine now. See if you got the same thing I got. To get 252, let's see how we got it. 6 times 2 is 12. Put our 2 down. Carry our 1 up here. 6 times 4 is 24. Plus that 1 is 25. Answer is 252. Let's bump it up onto the hundreds place now. 431 times 6. Ready for this one? Write it down. We've got one more place to multiply this time. It's not that much harder. Okay, here we go. Go ahead and work on yours while I'm working on mine. You can look at mine when you get finished. Okay, the answer is 2,586. Let's see how we got it. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 3 is 18. We put our 8 down and carry our 1. 6 times 4 is 24. Plus we add that 1. Makes it 25. 2,586. All right, our next problem. Still in the hundreds for this problem. 431 times 3. I'll give you time to write it down. You want to race this time? Think you can beat me? On your mark, get set, go. I bet you beat me, didn't you? That was a pretty easy one, wasn't it? We didn't have to carry any numbers. Did you get 1,293? Let's look at how we got it. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12. 1,293. Well, now let's bump it on up to the thousands place. And the rest of our problems, we're going to look at 4 problems right now that are in the thousands place. And we'll start with this one, 6,212. You can just watch me do this one if you want to. We're going to do the same process. We're just going to have one more place value to multiply. So here we go. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 6 is 18. So the answer is 18,636. Hey, when you're multiplying, it's important to keep your numbers lined up in the place values. You ought to be able to draw a line straight down between your numbers to show these are all the ones, the tens, the hundreds, the thousands, okay? So keep them lined up like that. You could even use graph paper to multiply if you want, if you had some at home, or if your parents wanted to buy you some. Okay, it's going to help us later on if we learn to keep things lined up like that. Okay, let's do this next one. I want you to give it a shot while I'm working it, and then we'll compare answers. 3,106 times 3. Go ahead and try it, and then we'll compare answers. You can look at mine if you got when you get it finished. The answer is 9,318. Let's see how we got it. 3 times 6 is 18. Put an 8 down. Carry our 1. 3 times 0 is 0. Plus 1 is 1. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. There we go. Right, let's move to the next problem. Let's have a race this time. See if you can beat me. 4,309 times 4. Don't get ahead. Don't start yet. I see you cheating. I'm just kidding. All right, you ready? On your mark, get set, go. Shoo, I just got done. That one was harder, wasn't it? Did you beat me? You probably did. Let's check our answers out. 4 times 9 is 36. Put your 6 down. Carry your 3 over to the tens place. 4 times 0 is 0. Plus 3 is 3. 4 times 3 is 12. Put your 2 down. Put your 1 up in the thousands place. 4 times 4 is 16. Plus that 1 is 17. How did you do? Get it right? We've got one more thousands place multiplication problem to do. And I think we've got a couple word problems to work on today. 8,618 times 4. So we've got some bigger numbers. I see that we're going to have to do a lot of regrouping and bundling, carrying, whatever you're going to call it. Okay, here we go. 4 times 8 is 32. Put our 2 here. Carry our 3. 4 times 1 is 4. Plus this 3 is 7. 4 times 6 is 24. We put our 4 down and put our 2 over the next place, the thousands place. 4 times 8 is 32. Plus 2 is 34. Lots of steps in that problem. 34,472. Okay, let's move on. We're going to get to some word problems. I think we've got 2 or 3 to do today. And we need to read them carefully. That one just about tricked me yesterday. So here we go. The first one says, let me zoom out a little bit so we can see. There are 365 days in a common year. How many days are in 3 common years? Okay, well, there's 365 days in 1 year. How many are there in 3 years? Well, we've got to multiply, don't we, to get that product. We're going to multiply 1 year times 3. So 3 times 5 is 15. Put our 5 down, carry our 1. 3 times 6 is 18, plus 1 is 19. Put our 9 down, carry our 1. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. So in 3 common years, there are 1,095 days. Wonder how many days you've been alive. How old are you? You're probably 9 or 10, aren't you? You can figure out how many days you've been alive. You could do 365 times 9 or times 10 and see how many days you've been alive. That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Number 3. The length of one side of a square city block is 462 meters. What's the perimeter of the block? Now, wait a minute. I thought we were doing multiplication, and now it's going to throw perimeter in here. Well, we know what perimeter is. Perimeter means we add all the sides together. I'm going to draw this, the length of one side of a square city block. It's important to us that it says square because a square has 4 sides that are all the same length. And so if this side is 462, then this side is 462, and so is this side and this side. Squares have 4 equal sides. So what's the perimeter? Now, I could add 462 plus 462 plus 462 plus 462, and that would take a long time. But think what we're doing. We're multiplying. How many sides are there? There are 4 sides. And what is the length of one side? 462. So couldn't we just multiply one side times 4 to figure out how much perimeter is all the way around? Yeah, I know we learned to add with perimeter. And we know that it would be 462 plus 462 plus 462 plus 462. But this is just a quicker way to find an answer, what we're doing now. So let's multiply 462 times the 4 sides. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 6 is 24. Put our 4 down and put our 2 up here. 4 times 4 is 16. Plus 2 is 18. So the perimeter of that square city block is 1,848 meters. That's an easy way to find perimeter if they're all the same side. Now, you couldn't do it times 4 if they were different length sides, could you? Because it would mess it up. So this one's square, though. Since it's equal sides, we can just multiply by 4. One more, and then I'll let you get started on your work. Jake ran 2 miles. Jesse ran 4 times as far. There are 5,280 feet in a mile. How many feet did Jesse run? Well, Jesse ran 4 times as far as what? Jesse ran 4 times as far as Jake, and Jake ran 2 miles. So if Jake ran 2 and Jesse ran 4 times as many, how many miles did Jesse run? Jesse ran 8 miles, okay? If there's 5,280 feet in a mile, how far did Jesse run? How many feet, rather? So if he ran 8 miles, then we can multiply that by how many feet there are in 1 mile, 5,280, and we can find out how many feet he ran because he ran 8 miles. In every one of those 8 miles, there was this many feet. So let's multiply and see how many feet he ran. 8 times 0 is 0. 8 times 8 is 64. We'll put our 4 down, carry our 6. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 6 is 22. Put our 2 down and carry our 2. 8 times 5 is 40, plus 2 is 42. So Jesse ran 42,240 feet. So just like yesterday's problem, this was a 2-step problem, wasn't it? You got to find this before you can find this. So make sure you read the last question on your homework assignment carefully and make sure you work out both steps if you have a two-step problem. All right. I think you're going to do great. Go get busy on your homework assignment. We'll see you tomorrow.